Hello students, I am your maths teacher. In today's class, we are going to see a new topic, decimal. So, before starting with the sums, we should know what is the meaning of decimal. So, the decimal is always represented by a dot, that is a decimal point. We will be telling it as a decimal point, students. So, what is the statement given here is, fractions with a denominator of a power of 10 are normally expressed by digits placed to the right of a point called decimal point. So whenever you are going to have a decimal point, that particular numbers are considered to be the decimal notations. So how we are linking fractions and decimal is, we can convert a fraction into a decimal point if possible. So fractions expressed in this form are called decimal fractions. So they are given you the example here. So if you see the example, 1 by 10, 33 by 100, 221 by 1000 and so on, they are given you the example. So we are converting this particular fraction without dividing. By seeing the number of zeros, we can easily convert in this way. So how to convert is 1 by 10. If you see in the 10th place, how many zeros you are having? Only 1 0. So you are going to place the decimal point before one digit, that is 0.1. Coming to 33 by 100, if you see, you are having 2 zeros in this place. So in this place, how you can write is 2 zeros. You are going to keep the decimal point before 2 digit, that is 33 means 1s tens 2 digit. You are going to keep the decimal point here, that is 0.33. Same way, 3 zeros, 1000, you are having 3 zeros, 3 digit, 1s, tens, 100. You are going to keep the decimal point before this one, that is 0.221. So this is a fraction and this fraction is converted into decimal fractions. So which are some examples for decimal fractions. This is a way of converting, and using this concept we are going to do the sums. Exercise 3a, first sum, express the following as decimal. So how to express the following in the form of decimal? They are given you the calculation like this, that is 3 into 10 plus 4 into 1 plus 7 into 1 by 10. So how to convert this into decimal value? That is, you are going to multiply the number 3 into 10, 30 plus 4 into 1, 4. 7 into 1 by 10, what I am doing here is just I am multiplying the numerator part alone, students, that is 7 by 10. 30 plus 4, 34 plus 7 by 10. Once if you are getting in the form of division, you are going to write it in the form of decimal point, that is 34.7. Second question, 28 into 100 plus 9 into 1 by 10 plus 7 into 1 by 1000. So if you observe here, students, first we have to have this in your mind, where to keep the decimal point. Once if you are going to get in this form, fraction form, means definitely in this place you are going to keep the decimal point. I will tell you how to apply this one. So 28 into 100 is nothing but 2800 plus 9 by 10 plus 7 by 1000. So after just making a small calculation, I am not dividing this part here. I am going to keep it as it is. So just you have to keep this order in your mind, 1 by 10, 1 by 100, then 1 by 1000. So 1 by 100, that concept is missing here. We can't write it as 1 by 100. That particular by 100 concept is missing. So I am just replacing this as 0 by 100. So 2800 plus 9 by 10 plus 0 by 100 plus 7 by 1000. So all these three numbers are in the form of fraction. So this is a clue. Once if you are going to get in this form only you are going to keep the decimal point. Before starting with this calculation, you are going to keep the decimal point in this place. So 2800 point, only the numerator value I am going to take it here, that is 907. So this is a way of writing decimal part and integral part. We will be telling this one concept. And coming to the next question, 7 by 10, 0, how many zeros you are going to check here, students? You are going to have only 1 0. So before one digit you are going to keep the decimal point, that is before 7 you are going to keep the decimal point. 0.7, the meaning here is 0.7. Coming to the fourth question, 21 by 10, you are going to see only the zeros, number of zeros, only 1 0. So before one digit you are going to keep here, that is 2.1. 133 by 100, how many zeros you are having here is 2 zeros, that is before 2 digit you are going to keep 1.33. Fourth question, 3 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, before 3 digits you are going to keep it here, that is 2.7, that is 2.407. So this is a way of calculating without dividing, directly by counting the number of zeros we can put the decimal point here, students. So that is the idea of doing the sum. And coming to the next question, if you see the next one, 9 by 4. In this place you are not having 10, 100 or 1000. Only if you have that particular concept you can do the calculation easily. So what to do in this place? What I am doing here is, I am going to divide and multiply by 25 in such a way to make my division easy. Without dividing directly, by a shortcut method I am finding the value. So 4 into 25 you will get the value as 100. That is 9 into 25, 225 divided by 100. To bring this 100, 10, 100, 1000 concept only we are doing this work. 4 into 25, 100. That is why I am dividing and multiplying by 25. After doing, count the number of zeros. You are having only 2 zeros. So before 2 digit, you are going to keep the decimal point, 2.25. If you see this question, 26 by 25. Divide and multiply by 4. So the denominator part will be converted to 100. 104 divided by 100, 2 decimal point. 2 zeros, before 2 digits you are going to keep the decimal point, that is 1.04. Coming to this particular fraction, and this fraction is in the form of mixed fraction. So what we are going to do is, first we are going to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. After converting, how to convert this into improper fraction is 1000 into 3, you will get the value as 3000. 3000 plus 437, you will get this value 3437 divided by 1000. So after getting this value, what I am going to do is, I am going to count the number of zeros. You are having 3 zeros. So in the top numerator part, you are going to keep the decimal point after 3 digits, that is 3.437. Coming to the next question, same way you are going to do the calculation, students. So if you see this question, directly you are having the denominator part as 1000. So you are not having any problem. But coming to this question, 3 by 40 mixed fraction. I am converting this mixed fraction into improper fraction. After converting, I am getting this value 283 by 40. To convert this 40 into 1000, what I am doing is divide and multiply by 25. So the denominator part will be converted to 1000. 40 into 25,000, and on top part I am multiplying the value. After multiplying, count the number of zeros. So after replacing, you are going to get this answer 7.075. So this is a way of doing the calculation, students. By counting the number of zeros, we are going to keep the decimal point. Coming to the next question. Second one, write as fractions in their simplest form. So now they are going to give you in the form of decimal. We are going to convert this into fraction. 0.2. After decimal point, see the number of digits. You are having only one digit, means this particular decimal value can be written as, that is 0 to something but 2 divided by 10. After cancelling, you will be getting the value as 1 by 5. Coming to the next question, 0.04. 0.04. After decimal point, just count the number of digits. You are having 2 digits here, students. That is, you are having only 2 digits. That is 2 zeros, 100. 004 can be written as 4 by 100. After cancelling, you will be getting the value as 1 by 25. Similarly, this none, after decimal point you are having 3 digits, 1000, 3 zeros. Keep that in your mind, but you are not going to write only 3 zeros. The meaning is 1000. For your understanding, I am just telling you in that way, students. Calculate, you will be getting the value. You are converting the decimal into fraction. Coming to the next one, after decimal point you are having 2 digits, so divide by 100. While you are writing that particular number in this place, you will remove the decimal point. That is why we are writing 100 in this place. 2525 divided by 100. Calculate, you will get the value as 101 by 4. Coming to the third question, students, that is arrange in ascending order. So what is the meaning of ascending order? That is, we are going to arrange the numbers from small to big. So we are going to arrange here the decimal numbers, we are going to arrange in ascending order. So how to arrange the decimal numbers in ascending order? So how to identify and arrange? If you look, all the numbers are going to be similar in this case, students. What is the idea is, before decimal point you are going to check the numbers. So small to big, first I am locating 0.3, and if I see here 0.0, which one is going to be the smallest one is 0.0, so that particular number I am writing here. Then I am writing 0.3. So remaining I am having only 3 numbers in this place. What are all the 3 numbers I am having here is 3.57, 3.057, 3.571. So 3.0 is going to be the next smallest number. First write that number here. After writing, I am writing the remaining 2, 3.57, 3.571. So after decimal point, if you see here, 3.57 and 3.571. So there is a difference between 57 and 571. So using that concept only, I am writing the number. So this is a way of writing the decimal numbers by identifying the value that is in front of the decimal. We are just counting the number of digits, and according to that we are writing the ascending order values. So coming to exercise 3B, we are going to add the numbers now. So what is the question given here, students? That is, they are given you 3 values, 3 decimal values. How to add the decimal values here is, you are going to keep the decimal point in this way. You are going to write the number like this, that is 6.789, 2.543 and 3.8. The decimal point should be in this position. It should be straight. Before decimal and after decimal, it is very important. You are going to arrange all the, even if they are going to give you 3 values, 3 decimal values, you are going to keep the decimal point in this way. It should be arranged in this position. After arranging, you are going to add the number. So after adding, after decimal point, if you are going to move to the front, means you have to keep the decimal point, then you are going to move the calculation. Same way, if you see the next sum also, next sum calculation also they have done in this way. Suppose if you are not going to have a decimal point, in place of 11 you are not having decimal point, means it can be written as 11.0. Keep the decimal point in this position, students. All the decimal points should be in straight position. In such a way, you are going to arrange the numbers and you are going to write the values. So after writing, I am going to calculate and I will be getting this particular answer. So in case of addition and subtraction together, same way you are going to do the calculation. If you observe the first question, 65.83, I am writing the number as 65.830. 9.423, subtract the value, you will be getting this particular answer. Coming to the last question, students, in this place you are having addition and subtraction combination. What I am doing here is, how I am writing the numbers here is, if you see, I am going to take the first 2 values, subtract, I will be getting a value here, answer. Last 2, I am subtracting the value, I am getting an answer. Take those 2 answers. After taking those 2 answers, add those 2 answers, you will be getting a final value, 53.00. Since they are asking you in rupees, I am writing it as 53 rupees. 0.00, just I am neglecting that one. After writing, the final answer is going to be rupees 53. And this is a way of doing the calculation in decimal. So in this class, we have done the calculation based on decimal, how to convert a fraction to decimal and how to convert a decimal into fraction. And based on that, we have done addition and subtraction problem, students. Understand the concept clearly. Wherever necessary, please do your rough work and write neatly in your classwork note. Thank you.